So Gene and I are off to the mountains again, and we're going to a trail that last 2 times we went in the winter, we never made it. Well, that didn't go well. Came back with a rad and left the Jeep behind. Well, we get to the trailhead and I got a bit of a coolant leak, so I don't know what I'm going to do about this. Don't I have a screwdriver? I thought I had a long screwdriver somewhere.
Is it in your toolbox? That's where I last saw it.
What toolbox?
Oh, your bucket thing, whatever.
I think it wouldn't recrimp because there was dirt in it. The seal seems not bad. And maybe if we get all this dirt out of there, it'll seal back up. No matter how much I tried, I just couldn't get this leak fixed. Just need to clean it up. And darkness is coming soon, and with that the cold, so it's high time we make some firewood. There's some stuff here. That's far from enough.
Yep.
No, that's just one. Oh, I thought you said you were doing that.
No, I didn't want to pour them and then for you around, so.
What the hell? Now it's got an error. Well, good morning. It is cold this morning. It is minus 15, but there's no wind. So it actually feels pretty good. What do you think?
Not bad.
Yeah. I think it'd be worse with the wind. So got the fire going, hot coffee. Life is good again. But we're having a bit of a rough go of it this weekend. My Jeep has sprung a leak. The top tank of the radiator is leaking. Tried to pinch it back together. Took it apart and cleaned it. Tried to pinch it back together yesterday. It's still leaking. And of course it got dark. So this morning I take it apart so I can get in there and see if I can crimp it closed and see what we got. The diesel heater this morning is acting up. It seems to be over fueling. Black smoke coming out of it, and I just saw it has an error code. A code 8, and I'll have to look that up, whatever that is. So our trip's not going as planned. Not so far anyway. And of course, there's no point in getting excited about all this. You just got to take it as it comes and take your time and handle the challenges. We have a nice dry camp. We have everything we need, and we got a bit of time. So we're gonna have some breakfast, let it warm up a little bit, fix the rad, then make decisions from there. What the hell?
What?
Everything wants to go wrong today.
Oh.
I'm glad you're laughing. Everything wants to go wrong in this trip. Well, I tried and I tried, but I never got that rad to seal up. So it left us no choice. It's time to tow it at least part way home. It seemed that everything that could go wrong was going wrong. First, the coolant leak that can't seem to get fixed in the bush. Then we woke up in the morning and the diesel heater is acting up, blowing black smoke, and it has an error code. And oh, did I mention that it was minus 17 overnight, and by morning it had warmed up to a balmy minus 14? So keeping the fire going was kind of critical to warming up as I was trying to work. And of course the chainsaw, the recoil fails and I can't get it started. So things aren't going great. And as isolated as we were at the trailhead, which itself is in the middle of nowhere, and we saw no one in the time that we were there. So we were totally on our own, and it's time to make a move back home. So the rad is leaking at the upper tank, at the seal, so I figured, hey, if I just crimp it, it might stop the leak, and it wasn't doing that. So I decided to take it apart, clean it up. There was a little bit of mud and residue in the seal. The seal is pretty brittle, but I don't know, I thought I could seal it back up. And I tried twice and it just kept getting worse and worse. So it was clear at that point it was time to tow it out of there. So that took priority and the cameras went away, so there's not much of a story to be told, except maybe I can tell one after the fact. So I have parts ordered and it's going to be a while. So what I need to do this morning is get this rad fixed up or patched up so maybe I can go back and get the Jeep. I've actually left the Jeep at a friend's place in Edson. That was a long tow, I tell you, in the cold with no heat and the engine not running. So carefully we towed it all the way. It took about 3 hours, but it's not like there's a tow truck coming to get me in the bush. You have to be self-sufficient, and we were. So plan B, C, D, whatever plan we're on this morning. And what I had originally planned on was to do a 4-day trip out in the mountains, winter camping, and come back and play with my new Christmas gift. But that's gonna have to be postponed. Now, when I took it apart in the bush, the seal area I cleaned up, and the seal is hardened, but it seemed pretty clean, and it seemed like it would seal back up. But I think what's happening is that the tank is squishing a little bit. It's warped, and as I try to crimp it, it pushes the tank off of the seal, and that's why it's leaking. The more I crimp it, the worse the leak seems to be. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to clean it up again, take it apart, use RTV sealant, clamp it together so it stays in position, and then crimp it. Let it dry. I'm sure that should hold to get me home at least. My other option is truck and trailer, but I hate that truck. It's dead again, stuck outside till I fix the stupid thing. I gotta get rid of that truck. This is where I think the problem is, where the tank is warped and it's pushing in and it's climbing off the seal, and this is where the leak is. So hopefully clamping it together, sealing it up, should work. There we go. Now the seal isn't damaged, but it's compressed, right, from being heated and cooled so many times. And it's not the first time I do a bush fix to this rad. Several years ago we were out with Dave and Marianne, and it overheated and expanded the core and it lost its grip. So the bottom seal had leaked, and that was a side of the trail repair, but that was summer, that was a little bit easier. So let's get it cleaned up and let's see if we can put some RTV sealer and seal that up. And this might be part of the problem. It's just a little bit of a low spot here. So we'll correct that. Oh yeah. And that's the thing about tools. You can never have too many. I didn't think I'd be using auto body tools to fix a radiator to get myself out of a pinch. You can never have too many tools. Okay, maybe a lot of RTV sealer to the rescue. Make sure we get this on the right way. Just enough pressure to make sure it's seated down. Let's massage it in place, and hopefully all right, so now we let it cure for a few hours and we'll pressure test it and see what we got. And hopefully we can, well, limp it back home. All right, so this thing's been sitting for about 6 hours, been sitting all day here. It's time to test it. So I'm gonna put these expandable freeze plugs in and pressure test it. Hopefully it's good. These pressure testers are for testing a cooling system when it's full of coolant. So this thing's full of air. So I'm not sure. Might have to fill it up with water. But we're going to give it a try, that's for sure. Nah, it's pumping up real nice. We'll test it up to 15 psi. So far so good. I think we're in business. A little soapy water though. My plug is leaking a little bit, and that's the only leak I see. And there we go. Now I can go get the Jeep tomorrow, and it's getting colder. And to quote Red Green, if the women don't find you handsome, they should at least find you handy. Right where we left it.
Yep.
Well, it's cold enough at -10, but the forecast is for colder, so it's high time we get this done and get this thing home. When we were leak checking it, I put a little bit of water in the top and it didn't run through it. There's ice in the hose, so we're gonna have to let that warm up. But it should be all right. There you go, no leaks and we're good to go. Well, it's definitely a temporary repair, but at least it'll stay together for the 2-hour drive back home.